Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Myself cajoshikumar. In this video we are going to cover amalgamation and demerger. Very important because नेपाल वालों को एग्जाम्स पोस्टपोन हुए थे तो उन लोगों के क्वेश्चन पेपर में ना बोनस स्ट्रिपिंग का क्वेश्चन पूछा गया. तो you cannot take this small topics for granted and this is just one page. You can find this notes in the Telegram channel. Download it from there and please do watch this video till the end. Chalo, let's go. So what is happening in amalgamation? So there are two companies A and B. And they both companies are coming together and forming a new company called AB Limited. Okay, all the assets and liabilities of A Limited and B Limited are getting transferred to AB. Okay, in return AB Limited is issuing shares to B Limited shareholders and shares to A Limited shareholders. Understood? This is exactly what is happening. So if you see, there are three parties: amalgamating company, amalgamated company, and shareholders. Okay, so A and B, these two are amalgamating companies. AB Limited is amalgamated company and then Baki is your shareholders. Okay, so A Limited and B Limited, they are transferring their equity, their assets and liabilities. वहाँ पे transfer हो रहा है. क्या capital gain लगेगा? The answer is no, because as per section 47 that is exempt. So amalgamating company is over. Okay, from tax point of view. Now if you see amalgamated company, that is AB Limited, it is receiving all the assets and liabilities. Right. So what is the cost of acquisition of that assets? You have to take the cost of acquisition of your previous owner, that is A Limited and B Limited का cost you have to consider. Perfect. Now comes second question, period of holding. Period of holding of those assets and liabilities. Okay, so for period of holding you have to consider both. What is the period of holding in A Limited and what is the period of holding in AB Limited also. Okay, so you should consider both amalgamating company and amalgamated company. Understood? Let's go. Now the last one is your shareholder. Okay, so earlier there were shareholders in A Limited and B Limited. Now those two companies got closed down. They're getting new shares from AB Limited, right? Okay, so AB Limited is a new company. Now it is issuing shares on behalf in return of assets and liabilities, right? So what is the cost of these shares? What is the cost of acquisition of these shares? So at some point of time in the past, shareholders must have purchased these two company shares. Consider that cost only. Okay, cost of acquisition of the shares is cost of acquisition of your amalgamating company. Okay, that would be the cost. What is the period of holding? Again you will consider both. Period of holding of equity shares. Okay, जितने दिन ये कंपनीज में वो लोग होल्ड करे शेयर्स को, that also, and then AB Limited also, AB Limited period also. Understood? So that is about your amalgamation. Now let's go and see demerger. Demerger is little tricky. Try to understand. I've solved it very easily. Okay, what I did, I purchased 100 shares for 100 rupees of A Limited. Okay, when I purchased, A Limited was having two undertakings, undertaking 1 and undertaking 2. Later on, what A Limited decided to sell off this entire undertaking and form a new company called B Limited. Okay, it is transferring all the assets and liabilities of this undertaking to B Limited. Now B Limited, what it is doing in return, it has given shares. Okay, till here it is clear, no? Now let's go a little bit deeper. Now when I purchased, the value of this shares was 100 rupees. At that time there were two undertakings. Now one undertaking is gone, matlab there is a new company which is forming, right? So definitely there would be reduction in value. Definitely this would not cost, these shares in A Limited will no longer be 100. थोड़ा reduce होना चाहिए कि नहीं? Correct? That is one thing. And what is the value of these shares? You know, now B Limited is formed, right? It has got assets and liabilities. In return it has given shares to A Limited. What is the cost of these shares? Okay, so that's the second thing. How do you value it? How do you calculate it? There's a formula given. So before that, let's see the four conditions. See, this undertaking has to transfer all the assets and liabilities at a book value, revaluation value 9. Okay, and then the resulting company will issue shares. This is the resulting company and it is issuing shares to A Limited. Shareholder should hold at least 75%. See, I was a shareholder in A Limited, right? Now we are getting shares from B Limited, new company. So I should get at least 75% in value. Okay, in the new company, these shareholders should hold at least 75%. That's another condition. And then transfer should be on going concern basis. Okay, here also there are three parties. Understand? Demerge company, that is your old company, that is A Limited. Resulting company, that is your B Limited, and then shareholders. Okay, what is happening in demerge company? A Limited is transferring one of the undertaking, all the assets and liabilities to B Limited. So there is a transfer. Capital gain applicable होता है नहीं, as per section 47 that is exempt. Okay, now A Limited का share value is reducing. What is the cost of acquisition of those shares now? ठीक है, so that we will see now, that we will see. And then resulting company को क्या हो रहा, resulting company तो receive कर रहा है पूरे shares, sorry पूरे assets and liabilities. It is getting all the assets and liabilities from A Limited, right? Okay, now what is the cost of acquisition of those assets and liabilities? I'll take the cost of previous owner. Okay, cost of demerged company. Understood? That is over. Now comes shareholders point. Shareholders, I was a shareholder in A Limited, right? I purchased 100 shares. Now इसका वैल्यू थोड़ा रिड्यूस हो रहा, बदले में मेरे को इसके शेयर्स मिल रहे हैं. B Limited is also giving me shares, correct? So what is the period of holding? Like for shareholder, no, I'm getting shares from B Limited. B Limited is a new company. Okay, for period of holding, I'll also calculate the amount of years that I was holding shares in A Limited. Okay, I'll consider both here, demerged company and resulting company. Perfect. And then cost of acquisition. Ultimately, we are reaching to the valuation point. Okay, here if you see there is a formula. I should take actual cost कितना है इसका. I'll take actual cost as 10,000. 100 into 100 shares into 100 rupees is 10,000. That was my actual cost. Okay, I'll say 100 rupees. So 10,000 into net book value of the assets transferred. कितने assets transfer करे लोग? How many assets and liabilities have been transferred? Net value. Okay, I'll multiply with that, and then I'll multiply with net book value, and then you see what is the net worth before transfer. किसका? A Limited का. What is the net worth of the entire undertaking, all the undertakings before transfer? I'll divide by that. Okay, then I will get the value of these shares. Okay, suppose if the value is 50, let's take the value is 50. Okay, B Limited worth value. I will reduce that 50 from this, because 50% 50 rupees value of undertaking has been sold to B Limited. Now equity shares value is 50 rupees there, B Limited, and then the same amount should be reduced from here, and here I'll be holding 50, here I'll be holding 50. Ultimately I'm holding 100% 100 rupees value of shares. Okay, earlier I used to hold 100 rupees value of share, even now also I'm holding 100 rupees. Sorry, yeah. Okay, understood. सो दिस नोट्स इज़ इन द टेलीग्राम चैनल. अगर आपको अच्छा लगा तो लाइक और सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर कर लेना. सी यू ऑल गाइस इन अनदर वीडियो. लेट्स गो.